I tell myself that I'm so lucky to be loving you.
So lucky to be the one you run to see in the evening when the day is through.
I put this watch away for a long time. I knew I could never let this go, but I just stopped wearing it for a while in favor of some higher end pieces. But just recently I brought it out again, put it back on the wrist. Now I remember why I love this watch so much in the first place. This seems to happen with almost all my watches. After taking a break from it, then wearing it again, then that just renews my interest in it all over again. But especially so with this 36mm Datejust, because this is a sentimental piece. This is my very first Rolex, purchased from an authorized dealer in one of my favorite cities while working one of my favorite jobs. I bought this in 2004 in San Diego while an active duty lieutenant in the United States Navy. And for many years, this was one of only 2 Rolex that I had. It was only serviced once, never polished, and no parts replaced. The number one rule in watch collecting is never sell your first Rolex. And this watch has been with me so long, I could never think of parting with it. At the time, the Datejust was my idea of the quintessential Rolex, the first one to get. I got the most basic version, stainless steel, smooth bezel, and stick dial. Normally, white is not my favorite color for a dial, but with this Datejust, I think it works. The white dial gives us a fresh look, and it's great to wear in the summer. And I would say this is a true white, not a creamy white, and I don't think this color has really changed over the last 20 years. It's not the most legible dial, and hardly has any lume, but this is a workhorse watch with a workhorse movement. Rolex are just made to be robust and long-lasting and easy to repair. But nothing here is faded, nothing corroded. The bracelet is all brushed and lightweight because of the hollow center links and hollow end links. It is jingly, but it's still in good shape, and that just proves that a Rolex watch will last for decades without repair if you take care of it properly. I've seen some even newer Rolex bracelets in worse shape than this, but it helps if you wash it regularly. Avoid wearing it too tight or too loose. That's another reason why I prefer to be first owner. I know this watch has never been abused. The clasp is all brushed and does not have a security feature, and this part is also prone to scratches, but I can usually remove them with a buffer. And if I look closely enough, some of the other links have some light scratches. I wore this as a daily for 2 years, then I wore it alternating with my Submariner date for the next 10 years. The modern Datejust has gone upscale with polished center links, so in some ways, this older model looks more like an Oyster Perpetual. Very simple looking watch, but classic at the same time, and the 36mm size is perfect for my wrist. It works with wearing a suit and with casual outfits. Honestly, I would not agree with anyone who says that 36 is too small for me. The bracelet sizing on this is perfectly comfortable. Even with Rolex, I've owned the occasional watch where the bracelet just did not fit, regardless of the micro adjustment, adding or removing links. But this Datejust is fine. I think I put this away because it's not an extremely exciting watch, it's not complicated or rare, and it's not white gold. I'll still go back to my gold pieces, but for now it's fun to go back in time and enjoy the original Rolex. Putting it back on has made me appreciate all its other features, and made me fall in love with it all over again.
I thought I saw your face today, but I just turned my head away, your face against the trees. But I just see the memories as they come, and I couldn't help but fall in love again. No, I couldn't help but fall in love again. I saw it glitter as I grew in love
Let's see everything that came with this watch originally back in the day. The box is smaller than the modern box, and the outer box has this retro style pattern to it. This cardboard sleeve on top holds the papers, the instruction booklet, and the factory service information. The papers contain the serial number, the style number, and the dial color. And inside, your name and address is written in, along with the date of purchase. And here it is, April 2004, more than 20 years ago. The presentation box still looks like it's in great shape. The outer material is still soft to the touch. It looks and feels like real leather, but I can't confirm that it's totally real leather. Receipt is on the bottom, and total price was $3,460. The inside of the lid is unlined, and it just has exposed wood. The polish cloth on top says Rolex Cellini for some reason. The watch just rests on the bottom, and there is some lining and padding at the bottom of the case. And I still have the extra links, the green hang tag, and the brown hang tag. I was satisfied with this watch for so many years, either by itself or paired up with my Rolex Submariner date. The movements in these 5-digit Rolex are still reliable and still going strong. The bracelets are now outdated, but they're still better than somewhat other brands make in the current day. This Datejust is a very simple looking watch, but now after 20 years, it reminds me that the simple can be good.